Hey everybody, welcome to the National Signing Day podcast. I'm your host, Coach Martin. Today we're going to talk about adding value. So this is going to be a super important, super powerful podcast. So I want you to pay attention because it's something that you may not have even thought about. It's going to give you an advantage, kind of like a cheat code. If you're a gamer, you know what I'm talking about. So like imagine having a cheat code for, getting recruited. So this is the cheat code. And it's titled, again, adding value. So I want you to think about this for a minute, right? A lot of times athletes, right, you're competing with other athletes to try to get recruited. There's only so many spots, right? So there's a limited amount of spots, and you're trying to grab one of those spots, right? Obviously at a school of your choice. We get it all. I'm guessing if you're a top 1% athlete, you wouldn't even be listening to us right now because you'd have already got recruited. So we're talking about the rest. But I want you to think about it because most athletes in general, they're really not even going to do the work. Let's just be real, right? They're not going to do the things necessary to get recruited. They're just not. And then at the end of the day, they're going to complain and blame everyone else except for themselves. It's no different than life. Most people do the exact same thing when they get older, right? So one, you got to make sure that A, you're not going to be in that category. Now B, now you're in the category of at least you're out there, you're hustling, you're doing the work. That's amazing. Because that category, that's going to serve you, not just in recruitment, but in everything that you do. So you're going to be reaching out to the coaches. You're going to be emailing. You're going to be calling. You're maybe going to some camps, reaching out on social media. You're doing stuff like that, the things you need to do. But I want you to stop for a minute. I want you to really think about this, right? Adding value. Most athletes have this mindset, and even adults, they have this mindset of like, it's all about them. So what's in it for them, right? Does this, work for them? Does it benefit them? But for a minute, I want you to think about this. I want you to think about, let's flip it around. And how can you add value in fill in the blank? So in this case, how can you add value to Coach, Johnson? How can you add value to Coach Smith? How can you add value? Now, maybe you're thinking, well, you know what, Coach? I haven't even really thought of that. What does that mean? So let's break it down. So let's say if I'm a football player, and let's say I'm a running back, and I'm trying to go to ABC College, and I want to target the running back coach, right? One, maybe I want to find out a little bit about the program. Two, maybe I do a little bit of homework on the coach, and I start writing some stuff down on how I can add value. Well, I can add value by, being an amazing teammate, right? I can add value by, working my butt off and being a huge example at practice. I can add value by being an amazing example on and off the field, right? I can be an amazing example by the one that's cheering everyone on the very most, right? During a game when I'm on the sideline. So there's so many ways how you can add value. I can add value by, giving 100% on every single play, right? I can add value like by being a great student in the classroom. So here you can add value in all these areas that's going to help the coach. Because trust me when I tell you, there's probably a lot of times they get players on the team that they wish they never even recruited, right? So if you're that athlete where you're adding tremendous value, you're already putting yourself ahead of probably 80, 90% of the other athletes out there. Now, if all things are equal, and let's say that, they got 5 athletes, maybe they got 10 athletes that they're, in this case, a running back, that they're looking at, but you're the one that adds the most value, it's going to be the tipping point, and you're going to be able to get that scholarship at that particular school. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is be a value adder, not just in sports, but in everything, right? Start now, but become a value adder. Be a value adder in recruitment, be a value adder, in sports, be a value adder in the classroom, be a value adder if you have a job and you're at work. Be a value adder. Add value, right? Because ultimately, here's the deal. We know, and we have this saying in business, right? Profit always follows value. Now, maybe you're like, I don't even know what you're talking about, Coach, and we're not going to totally get into that right now. But just let's change profit. Reward always follows value. You can't not have it. You're rewarded for the value that you provide. It's just that's how it works. That's how it works when you're in high school. It's how it works when you're, in college. It's how it works when you're in the workforce. It's how it works all over the place. So today, I want to encourage you, write down how you can add value, and I want you to incorporate that in your recruitment game. So, hey, if we can help you in any way, shape, or form, Make sure you visit us on the National Signing Day podcast. If you got questions, make sure you come and reach out, email us, give us a call. Be sure to share. Be sure to like, and obviously on social media, be sure to share with all your friends. I'm Coach Martin. Until next time, we are out of here.